So welcome all. We are going to start a new class again for political science. So yeah, let's go. Third paper for the course. The course name is Indian Political System. This is the PCP number session or lecture number 5th for this paper. So let us start. All right. So welcome to Madhavid Rosinduri Open University. This is MA Political Science, Master of Arts, Political Science. I am your faculty, Panthor Devarma, Assistant Professor. Contact number is given. If you have any doubt and queries, you can contact me in office hours, and my email ID. You can email me your question and doubts. I'll be happy to answer. Our course name is Indian Political System. India में जो politics है, the system, how is the structure of the system, who rules, what is the power, all this power distribution. Today's unit we are covering this block. Actually, we are covering 15, 16, 17, and 18, 4 units. Okay. So for introduction, what we will be discussing today is about High Court. What is the role of the High Court? They basically enforce fundamental rights. They give writs, habeas corpus, mandamus. These are some kind of writs or some kind of protection of our rights. How High Court is protecting our fundamental rights, we will check. Election process, how these elections are shaped by caste, religion, and gender. Basically, what it has been seen in India is that people tend to give voting to the people when the leaders belong to their caste, when the leaders belong to their religion, when it is a gender-specific person also. So those were the things we have been able to see in cases of India. Reforms. What are the reforms needed? Addresses criminalization and money power. What we have seen is sometimes in politics, due to money power and muscle power, there is a capturing of power by those elites. So with the money and all, so the things should not happen. Those things are still there. How do we address those kind of issues will have been discussed in this today's lecture. State building roots in colonial integration. How the India as a nation state has been built. Those are the things we'll be discussing. We'll be discussing judiciary, election, reforms to governance. Okay. What is judiciary? What is election? Okay. What are the reform changes needed to bring a better governance in the country? So first, High Court intro. Basically, in India, we know about the courts hierarchy. Okay, the topmost important is Supreme Court. After that, it comes to High Court, state level. After that, District Court. Okay, District and Session Court. After that, Subordinate Court, the Everyday Court, and Specialized Court, Family Court, Consumer Forum, Labor Court. These are the different types of court you can see in India. Where you have problem, you can go to solve them with different requirements. So highest court, okay, High Court as we are discussing, number 1 is Supreme Court. After Supreme Court, second number is what? High Court. It is under Article 214. Okay. So Article 214 of the Indian Constitution. So a High Court can be one per state or can be shared by 2 states. Okay, so there is a very interesting thing to remember. High Court is not necessarily, it has to be in one state, it can be shared by 2 states also. This kind of questions are very common also in the exams or competitive exams, it comes often. So it is it's interesting fact to remember that it can be shared by 2 states. Who appoint them is Chief Justice is there and judges are appointed by the President. Very much important to remember who appoint the Chief Justice and judges of the High Court is the President. So it is also the duty of the High Court to keep the record of all the issues and problems that they have solved. Okay, under Article 215, code of record. They keep a record of all the hearings, all the convictions, and what had been done. It has to keep under 215. So these are the thing about High Court. Okay. You should remember that Supreme Court, in earlier lecture we have discussed about Supreme Court. The role of the Supreme Court is to solve the problem between two states or the problem between state and the government. Okay. Between two, when there is a problem between two states, can the High Court solve it? No. So you should remember that the authority is given to the Supreme Court. Earlier class we discussed about the Supreme Court also. Earlier classes we have also discussed about federalism. Okay, how there is a power distribution between the central government and the state government. Okay. And I want you to read about the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution, where it has been mentioned what kind of power does the central government have and what kind of power does the state government have. Okay, there has been a power distribution in the concurrent list. I want you to learn about it. So that is about the previous lecture about federalism and Supreme Court. Today we are going to the High Court part. Okay. So what is the composition of judges? Okay, these are the judges as you can see in a picture depiction. Okay. They are taking an oath as a judges. You will see the black color wearing and some white dress. This is the dress of judges. Okay. To be a judge of a high court, what you need to be 10 years judicial advocate service. First, you need to serve for 10 years. Okay, as an advocate. Okay, and your retirement age is 62. And impeachment, if you want to be removed, it is not so easy. You have to be done impeachment. That is in the parliament. They have to pass a resolution by simple majority or special majority that we are removing. So it cannot be removed just suddenly by any chief justice or anybody or any minister or none cannot be removed. It has to be removed by impeachment. That means in the parliament. So who appoint is again president appoint them. Very much important to remember who appoint the judges of the High Court. This question is also very common. You will find in any kind of exam. So you have to remember that it is the president who appoint the judges of the High Court. So judges can be transferred. It is not that if I become judge of this court, I will not go to other place. Judges can be transferred to other places also. So you should also remember that. State funds, salaries, admin. Okay. The salaries, they are coming from the state funds. So there is also one thing you need to remember that. So these are the composition. Okay. And what are the things to become a judge, who appoint, and what are the things they get. So what are the things that they check? Original means civil, criminal, if no law or code. Okay, if there is no law or subordinate code and all, they will check the civil code. If there is no district code and all, or it, okay, so they will check the civil and criminal code both. I think you know the difference between civil and criminal. Civil may be just an issue in a society, maybe a small conflict of land, maybe a conflict of marriage. These are just civil cases. But criminal, when it comes to criminal, it is more dangerous cases. So these are two different between civil and criminal cases. I want you all to know. Rich habeas corpus and mandamus under 226. Habeas corpus and mandamus are basically trying to enforce your fundamental rights. Example is, if you are being sent to jail illegally, High Court can say habeas corpus, bring the body. That means he want to check you whether you have been legally arrested or illegally arrested. There is a protection against illegal arrest. Appellate, that means what kind of cases he can see. Is it less than 5,000 rupees, and criminal cases not more than 7 years. There is a limit they can give punishment. More than 5,000 and more than 7 years. The other cases will be checked by the lower court. Supervisory over subordinate court. What other the courts are there below? जो भी नीचे कोर्ट, district court, marriage court, और देखिए कोई भी और छोटा-छोटा कोर्ट को ये हैंडल करते हैं supervisory. if there is a problem in their judgment and all, they have the character. Judicial review of laws and executive, they have the power to check whether the rules and regulations are correct or not. So judicial review is a very important concept in political science or any there. As a student of political science, you need to know what is judicial review. So I want you to know about it. So this is a instruction that you should learn about judicial. Judicial review is that अगर गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ रूल पास किया क्या क्या वो रूल्स अच्छा है या खराब है वो चेक करना इज कॉल्ड जुडिशियल रिव्यू. दिस इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ द फंक्शन ऑफ द हाई कोर्ट. ओके, जुडिशियल रिव्यू. So historical background, how did the High Court start in India? It is basically started in India High Court Act 1861. If it is in 1861, it is passed under the British government. The first High Court was in Calcutta, 1862, and later on Bombay and Madras. Very interesting to remember. Where is the first High Court in India? It will be Calcutta in 1862. Second Bombay and Madras. Later on, Supreme Court and other adalats came. Okay. Why it was done? Because the British want to unify judiciary. So that they wanted to bring control under one group. That's why they brought this unity judiciary. Okay. So after post-independence, it has evolved now. Okay. So it is no more same like before. Now it is evolving with time. So there is about unit 15 about the High Court. Now let's see about the electoral process in India. How is the election process in India? Let us see. Voting behavior means how do people vote? What are the reasons people vote? Some emotional feeling. We are emotionally attached to the leader, that's why we vote. Candidate image. Some candidates have very good image in society. Some are current events, the requirement of the government policy in current events. Sometimes that's why we vote. Sometimes personal events. I have personal liking of their ideology, that's why we vote. Social imagery, okay? Society, for the sake of good of society, sometimes we vote. Epistemic issues, okay? What are the problems if they solve? Issues and policies. Okay, these are some, you can see that picture, some reasons how people vote generally. Okay, so voting behavior, both are choices in election. How voters, those who are giving vote, what are their choices? What are the influences? Let's say caste, religion, and language. Sometimes people give vote because of caste, sometimes due to religion, sometimes due to language. So these are the major reasons people give vote in India. You should remember this: caste, religion, and language. So what is the role of election in democracy? Representation and accountability. Election means when we give election to the people, we give vote to the people whom we like so that they can rule. They can rule the government, you know. That means they are representing us. That is called representation. We give vote to the people we like so that they can represent us. Accountability. So that whatever the government do, we can know what they are doing. So it is called accountability. Whatever they are doing, we can know what they are doing. So that is accountability. So if you don't work properly, we can change you in the next election also. So these are the things about accountability. So election is quite complex because now we don't know perfectly how it is going to play out, because there are lots and lots so many types of communities and society in India. Due to diversity, it is very hard to predict. Okay, so it is something like that. Sells political narrative. Okay, election, it sells political narrative means क्या चलने वाला है अगले साल में, ये सब election के through पता चल जाता है. Okay, so these are the things about election. How do the majority of the elections are held in India? Is caste dominant in rural voting. In rural areas, okay, 1 second. Hello. 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 Korang kena ya korang. Hello. So religion dominant. Okay, caste in rural areas. Caste is the main religion. In religion, due to religion also people gather for election is that this is my religion candidate, I want to vote him. So there's also one main reason. But charisma, leader appeal. Example, Modi ji. Even see charisma, that means the kind of character they are, their leadership, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they conduct themselves. Okay, there is charismatic with that. So these are the things uh, that is responsible for voting. So there are other reasons also, gender and socioeconomic shifts. Due to gender also there are some voting behavior, like if a leader is a woman, the women supporters are most likely to vote for her. Okay? Tribes also is there, that this is from my tribe, so I want to give vote to this tribe. There is also one more reason. So resources and culture reasons. So this is from my culture, so this also I want to vote. So these are the things like caste, religion, charisma, gender, class, like they are from the rich class. So these are the things that influences basically. So now let's see what are the recent trends that have been happening around India. Rising urban youth influence, media, social media impact, declining caste rigidity, national versus regional waves. So these are in rural and urban area. In urban area, the youth has become more active, so to say. They're saying that in urban areas, the youth had become more active now. But I don't know how the rural people are doing, but according to this, the urban area youths are actually active. So media, social media impact. So as a picture, you can see there are lots of social media platforms that are actually influencing the voting behavior also. So in media and news and all, you will see people are debating and all, okay, arguing and all. So these things are also part of the election outcome, how these things actually influence the election. What we can see is that the caste system has become now lesser. Earlier, caste was a very, very big player, but now it is no more. People have now changed. Caste system is basically kind of dividing people. So this thing is now it is very less, and now we can see there are two types of waves: national, also regional. There are two types of things we can see: national versus regional. These things are coming up. So what are the reforms needed? Okay, sometimes we can see that MPs and MLA with cases like with criminal cases, they are given the seat and they win election and they become the leader. So these are the things we need to change. Sometimes money and muscle power are used, okay, in politically to win election. EVM consent, electronic voting machine, there is a allegation of vote churi and all inter-party democracy. These things are still some changes that is required to make. Okay, election should be fair. There should not be cheating. State funding proposal, faster justice for dispute. So these are the things required uh, in the future if you want to make a good electoral system in India. Just this example, just these two people sitting over the money. Okay, very powerful. So what are the other things required is disqualify convicted lessons. Those who are convicted, whose cases are there, who are have been verified that they have done a crime, they should be disqualified as an MLA or MP. Limit campaign action. Money use should be limited. Unlimited money should not be allowed. B.Tech for transparency. Okay, more transparency in election and women reservation. 33% should be there, like in this picture, women reservation should be there, and ECI independence to strengthen. Like Election Commission of India should not be influenced by others. Election should be independently held. So these are the things required in the future if you want to make our election system strong. So now let us see what is the things in state building. Okay, you know, India is a country, but we have many states, just like in this picture, which is very important to note. Yes, India is a country, but we have many states that also we have to respect. So historically, after 1947, we got independence. We started to get linguistic states. Okay, from 1956, first is on Andhra Pradesh. Then federal structure started to change. That means the distribution of power between central government and state government started to change. Then there is a tension. Okay, center and state also sometimes they are arguing that I want more power, you want more power. I don't want to listen to you. You have to listen to me. So these kind of problems are happening between center and state also. Nation building. So how a nation to be stronger? What kind of things and changes do we need? Maybe in judiciary, maybe in legislature or executive institution. Okay. So what happened in the history is that one nation, Sardar Patel, okay, our main leader, Sardar Patelji, he was one very key Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was a key role in bringing one nation. Okay, after independence, there were many princely states. You know, kingdoms were ruled by kings, but our Sardarji has done a remarkable job in making us unity. Under Article 1, it says India, that is Bharat, is a union of states, shall be a union of states, okay? We are a union of all the states. What are challenges, what are the problems that we face now is separatism. Some states or some places, they want to get separated from India. Insurgencies, underground people are still there. So these kind of problems are yet to be solved. Economic integration, while planning, we should not be unequal development. Every place should be developed equally, okay? So that is equal economic integration, proper planning. Cultural unity, we should have a cultural unity in diversity. Where a diversity, we should respect it, and we should also respect everybody's culture, and we have to be united together. So these are the things required to make our country stronger in the future. So what we have seen is that High Court appeals safeguards rights. So High Courts we have talked about is the second court after Supreme Court. It is under 226. Okay, that some writs can be given like habeas corpus. When I say when a person is sent to jail illegally, you can go to court and they can give the writs or order like habeas corpus to safeguard your rights. And when I talk about rights, I always remember rights are one of the most important topics you need to study when you are studying political science. Fundamental rights, that is Article 12 to 32. It is also my favorite topic of study. So I urge you all to just learn about it. Obviously, in the upcoming semester, you will have a paper on Indian Constitution. That time, we will learn about the rights more. Okay, right to equality, everybody should be equal. Right to freedom, we should get some freedom of expression, freedom of association, freedom of movement, freedom of profession, whatever job you want to do, freedom. Okay, rights against exploitation. You should not be exploited. Beggary should not be there. Children should not be employed in factories. Protection of children right to education. Article 21A. Article 20, right to life and personal liberty. Most important is, if you don't have your life itself, how do you have the other? You cannot be benefited from the other rights. So first and foremost, what you need is a right to life. You need the right to keep alive yourself. So Article 21 is one of the most important there. And we have right to freedom of religion, Article 25. Okay, that whatever religion you want, you can follow. Cultural and educational right, Article 28 and 29. Okay, you can protect your own culture, you can protect your own language. And at the last, right to constitutional remedies. When any fundamental right is violated, you can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court. So these are the things about the rights. So we also discuss about this voting. What are the things that has been influencing the voting behavior, like caste, religion, about issues. People give vote because the leader is from their caste. People give vote because the leader is from their religion. People also give vote because the leader is from the same language. So these are the things that have been happening in India, and these are the main components of affecting the voting behavior in India, which we have seen till now. So what are the reforms needed in India's democracy or election is that we need to remove some people with criminal backgrounds. What we have seen is that some convicted could have been available there. So we should change the system, transparency. We should check properly, more transparency, that the government should not be something separate from the people. Government is part of the people and will always be part of the people. So people need to know what government is doing, where government is going, where it is planning, how much it is spending where. Because at the end of the day, government collect tax from the people. So the tax money should be transparent. How much, where they are spending, we need to know. State building. So as a India, as a union of states, every state has its own aspiration, its own demands. So we have to see in the future how we can address that and we can move forward as a nation, as a country. So you need strengthened democratic electoral players. So these things together, we can become a stronger democracy in India. So we have come to the conclusion part. So these are two questions to solve today. If you have any doubt or queries, you can always contact me. Okay. What is the retirement age of High Court judges? Do you remember the age? It is at 62. Okay, after 62, judges can be retired. So who appoint the judges? The president appoint the judges. Okay. So how can judge be removed? Through impeachment. Okay, impeachment, that is in the parliament. So these are the things about High Court judges. What is the qualification to become a judge? 10 years of judicial service or advocate. Okay. So what are the challenges in state building is something we have seen is that separatism. Is it not? People want to be separated from India. Some say, I want to be away, independent from India. So that kind of things, insurgency, that means the underground wall is still there. Okay, underground wall. Insurgency. So these are the things that is still problem in state building in India. So in the next class, we'll be studying the unit 9 and 10. So in this Indian political system, we have studied the state framework, especially about federalism and nation building, how we can move forward as a nation. We have seen some issues like earlier lectures and all. So today we have seen what is the process of election, how should with the criteria of appointing the MLS and MPs, and also what are the problems still there. Okay, what is the High Court? Okay, what is the things, what are the works done by the High Court? These things we have seen today, and I hope you have understood. But if you have any doubt or queries, you can always contact me. I'm available in the office hours, especially, and I will see you in the next class again. Thank you so much for joining today. Okay, thank you so much.